Takes a while to plan the lessons, and a lot of the time I'll make a lesson for a whole week or even sometimes a little longer, and I'll just carry through and we'll keep just hitting different outcomes each day. And it is hard to plan. It's the same as if I move to grade 2 next year. It's going to be difficult to plan lessons then too and get into the swing of things, right? But I think after this year the lessons will get a little easier.
I do mine monthly, so I'll go through, I'll teach it, like look at the outcomes we're covering for that month and put it in Datavan and go through and pick out all the interactions, the learn through play that will go along with the lessons and go with it. Does it always stay the same? No.
The centers are sort of already there and I have the materials. So it's no longer a matter of running to the dollar store. Like, how can I use this center to teach this outcome now? What do I have in the classroom that's going to support this part of the curriculum through play?
You're still teaching every one of your outcomes. Now you're just trying to incorporate the play in with it. So when I'm planning, I plan exactly the way I did. I go with my outcome and then say, how can we turn this into meet with the learn through play?
So yeah, probably a little bit more thought into just putting it together. And it can be put together, but it's new. It is still new for us. So just probably more preparation with how am I going to fuse them together and make it work.
One center might be building blocks. So the children go in, you will notice they are constructing things. They're using their imagination. You can talk about patterning of blocks, if they're colored or if they're different shapes. Do you know what this one might be called?
Cylinder.
Cylinder, great. What about this one?
Cube.
Cube, very smart. The kids are naturally counting because they want to see how many blocks are in their tower. They're using words like taller, shorter, which is also in the outcome.
Language is already embedded in those play centers. Oral language, all the turn-taking, hurtful vocabulary, all those things are going to come up in those dramatic play, the unstructured play time that we spoke about. So we've had so much fun with the math. Our baking center turned into a cookie sort. And then from there we rolled it into an art project with writing, and the students had a chance to come up and share what they did with their cookie sort. So I sorted my cookies by shape, I sorted my cookies by flavor. So we had a lot of fun with that. That was an extended activity that all started with play.
As a teacher, it's easy to see how it will unfold, I guess, but it's harder to present that to parents and just not understand that they play all day. So, we were talking about okay, here's your grocery center, and now they're going to make lists for the grocery store. So we're adding that writing piece, and then there's the math component, and like I said, the socializing. So yeah, the curriculum outcomes are definitely way easier to pull in when you're doing stuff like this.
If we're at the birthday party center, for example, well, we need a birthday invitation. So that's where we can use an opportunity to get the paper and pencil task out. If you're writing it to so-and-so, here's the name and the printing. But we still have times in the classroom where we're meeting as a whole class, where we're still learning to print our letters, where we're still learning to record our numbers. That's still essential, and it's still a big part of our day.
I feel like I'm covering all the outcomes in a way that they're being worked together. So the math and the science and the language arts might be all together in one center.
They might start off with building just a single tower, but then you'll notice very early on they're getting more detailed and they're building a house or a castle or a boat. So then you can even turn that into, let's draw your boat. Let's write about your boat. Let's give your boat a name. Let's tell a story about your boat.
And when they're doing the puppet show, we talk about feelings, emotions, how to talk, different voice controls, stuff like that. And we'll talk about proper play techniques, like how they include everybody. And we'll do like a little skit. We'll come up with a little scenario together. And in the writing center, they'll draw the scenario that we talked about. And over here, they'll act it out. If they're doing the kitchen for dramatic play, they will draw menus and write things for their menus that they're going to use, that they want to use in their kitchen.
Before, I would say, oh, I know I have a little book, a little practice book that they can use for sorting and cut and paste. But, oh, actually, no, now I have a play center that I can use to teach that outcome.